It's your favorite trainer with a belt buckle, helping you pass the NASM CPT 7th edition. We've helped over 1,600 people pass the NASM exams. We are now on the 7th in September of 2021. There's no more 6, so we're going to help you pass it with the top 10 vocab words that you need to know to pass this exam. If you're not familiar with Show Up Fitness, we're great trainers at Made. Check out the book, How to Become a Successful Personal Trainer. I have 3 gyms. We just opened up one in Texas. Don't mess with Texas. Austin, we have our 2-month internship there. We have weekend seminars. We are online. You can show up anywhere in the world. We got interns all over the place, and you will be on the right path for success because we teach you the fundamentals of movement, how to program, how to grow your business. We got a great team of registered dietitians, physical therapists, doctors, registered dietitians. We are a team built to help you become successful. But you don't give a shit about that because you're freaked out about this exam. That's a big-ass textbook. What do all these words mean? I got to memorize everything. No, you don't. That's what we're here for. Get our study guide. We now have a bundle, Show Up Bundle. Thanks, NASM. They're great at spectacular marketing. National Academy of Spectacular Marketing, NASM. We're just going to take a page out of their book. For $200, we guarantee it that you will pass the NASM 7th edition in 30 days. 30 days. That's how confident we are. Money back. We want you to get through it in 30 days so then you can move on, start training with guided supervision, and then be on the right path for success. We want you to be successful. The average trainer quits within the first year of getting certified. We don't want that. Let's get into these 10 vocab words. Number 1, relative flexibility. The body will always take the path of least resistance. This is easier for me. I don't have to use as much energy. This would be better, not only for postural reasons in the sense that helps with testosterone. You look more confident. I call it your posture check. Here, 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 here. We want to be there. Show me your Bucky shirt. This takes energy. The brain doesn't like that. It would prefer to save energy by doing here. So know what relative flexibility is. Autogenic inhibition states that a prolonged Golgi tendon stimulation inhibits muscle spindles to the same muscle. Just think of autogenic as like an autopilot. It's the same muscle is what we're focusing on with autogenic inhibition. Don't know why I said that 3 times. Reciprocal inhibition. In math, the opposite, the reciprocal. To inhibit, have a couple drinks. You're going to go talk to that girl or guy because you've inhibited the frontal part of your brain, which deals with speech. So the reciprocal inhibition is when the agonist receives a signal to contract. An inhibitory signal is sent to its antagonist muscles when it lengthens. So right now, my psoas is getting a signal from my brain. It's contracting, it's shortening. So the opposite, reciprocal muscle, is inhibited, which will be your gluteus maximus. That's altered reciprocal inhibition. Synergistic dominance. So when I extend my femur back, the main mover, if you want a big ass, you gotta work on the extension, which is B, bicep femoris, G, gluteus maximus, adductor magnus, semimembranosus, semitendinosus. They won't ask you on that, but when we extend back, it should be your glutes. They're the agonist. The synergist would be your hamstrings. So your glutes aren't firing very well. The hamstrings take over. When they take over, they're just more prone to injuries in the future. Think of it as you and I and 2 of our buddies were rowing. I decide to quit. Fuck it, I'm going to start drinking. I'm not doing this anymore. The 3 have to pick up the slack for me. The likelihood of them burning out and not doing as well is what's going to happen. It's the same thing with movement. If we're not cueing proper activation, then those muscles, the muscles that take over, can tire out. Pre-contemplation, not thinking about working out, stage 1 of stage of change. You will see at least 1 or 2 questions on this. There's 6 of them because technically termination is a stage as well. Gluconeogenesis, break it down. Genesis is the generation. N-E-O, neo is new. Glucose. So we're creating new glucose from a non-carbohydrate substrate, which would be muscle. Extrinsic motivation, reward recognition, for example, winning first place in a race, cash prize, or trophy. They're going to throw in something around there, intrinsic, extrinsic, cueing. There's a lot of stuff on there, so know those. Agonist is the prime mover. I do a bench press. Prime mover is my chest. Triceps is the synergist. The opposite is the antagonist, which would be your posterior deltoid. Your rotator cuff is stabilizing the glenohumeral joint. So they're not going to ask you much on the specifics behind the movement. That's what we're going to test you on. You need to know that this is horizontal adduction. You got extension here. They're teaching you the basics. They're dumbing it down for you because they want you to be a sheep to buy all the other certs, which aren't going to help you do anything except fail. We want you to actually understand movement so then you can talk to your clients with confidence and you sign them up and you actually make this into a career, not a side hobby. And then we have heart anatomy. I'm going to go off on a little tangent right here because it's not technically a vocab word, but they're going to ask you maybe 3 to 4 questions about heart anatomy. So the upper chambers are called the atriums. They hold. The bottom are the ventricles. The left side pumps blood to the heart. All arteries go away from the heart. All veins come back to the heart. All arteries carry oxygenated blood except for the pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery is going away, but it's CO2. It's going to the lungs. So when you breathe out, you breathe in, the pulmonary vein, which is coming back, is carrying oxygenated blood. The lower chambers are called the ventricles. The SA node is the pacemaker of the heart. 140/90, the systolic is the top, the bottom is diastolic. That's called hypertension. So that's all they're going to ask you. Also PHA, peripheral heart action. That's doing like a push-up into a squat. So you're going to be pumping blood more to the legs and then more to the heart. It's going to help with hypertension. Last but not least, the 10th vocab word, it's kind of similar to our 9th one. It's the OPT model, optimal performance training. I love educating people on the foundation of the OPT model because it's broken. But I did my research. No, you didn't. Did you really interview the top trainers in the world to see what their thoughts are on certifications? Brett Contreras, Dean Somerset, Tony Gentilcourt, Jordan Siat, Megan Calloway? No. You talk to someone who got certified and they're probably very unhappy with their career. Or you talk to someone at Orange Theory or F45 or a hiring manager that has partnerships with NASM. So they're going to tell you to get NASM because they're great at marketing. So if you actually look into the fundamentals of the OPT model, it was designed by a physical therapist. You have a heart problem. Would you go to a foot doctor? Why the fuck would you do that? No, you go to the specialist. When it comes to programming, physical therapists suck at programming. They're great with injuries. You have an injury? Fucking bounce on a stability ball. The proprioceptive enriched environment is going to help with the injury process, but it's not going to help with someone who's not injured. So that's one of the problems with the OPT model. It's greatly flawed. We've debunked the hell out of this. We have other videos. If you think, I want citations, we have them. Go look in the videos. We put it into the body of those videos. We have professors on our board. We have physical therapists. The prehab guys, check them out. Almost 1 million followers. We like to make fun of NASM all the time. They're very politically correct. I'm not. I say they suck, and they kind of, let's be nice, Chris, but let's actually break it down. And they tell you why. So the fundamentals of the OPT model suck, but you got to know the acute variables. 4, 2, 1, 1, stabilization. The third tier now is muscular development, stupid term, hypertrophy, whatever. 2020 is the new tempo that we need to know. So you got to know the tempos. You got to know the rest period, 0 to 60 seconds for the third phase. Again, not optimal, but just memorize this shit for NASA. Put it on flashcards. Take one out, X tempo. Where are you going to do that? That's going to be in phase 4 and phase 5. Take another one out. When will you do a superset? Phase 2, phase 5. What does a superset for phase 2 look like? It's going to be bench press into a stability ball push-up. For phase 5, it's going to be a bench press into something explosive or something explosive into a bench press. Heavier at the top. Then we're going to get into unstable on the bottom. That's phase 1, 0 to 90 seconds, 50 to 70% intensity. Put all of those variables into a packet and just take out. And you just got to memorize this shit because they're going to throw it at you like nothing. You're going to see a ton of questions on the OPT model. So focus on those 10 words. Our guide is 67 pages. 67 pages. We guarantee you to pass it in 30 days. Don't freaking waste time studying on. I won't punch you. I won't do it. But I hate it when I hear, I'm going to study it from the front to the back. Okay, that's stupid. You're wasting time and you're not going to grasp all the information. Ask me the questions. And if you don't believe me, I can refer you into professors and people within actual academia who laugh at this stuff. But let's not defame NASM. They're great at what they do with their business. I give them a ton of credit. I love NASM. Why? Because I'm in front of you. and now I can help you become successful. And that path is not going to be easy because it's going to be a lot of anatomy, a lot of programming. But get through this 30 days, show up. I'm out. Have a great day, y'all. Time to go drink some whiskey.